Tech giants Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, Intel, and Google have pledged nearly $135 million to racial justice causes in recent months. But as Silicon Valley titans faced antitrust grilling in Congress last month, they also continue to face criticism from social justice advocates and investors alike. Here's where some of the biggest U.S. tech firms stand. This is Access All. Following worldwide demonstrations for racial justice, Apple CEO Tim Cook announced a $100 million racial equity and justice initiative in a video on Twitter. The initiative includes pledges to increase spending with Black-owned partners in its supply chain, along with new diversity and inclusion plans. As of December 2018, Apple's U.S. workforce had low levels of minority representation overall, according to company disclosures. Corporate leadership levels were even lower for Black and Hispanic people. Globally, leadership is only 29% female as of December 2018. According to the announcement, the initiative will be led by former EPA Administrator Lisa Jackson, Apple's Vice President of Environment, Policy, and Social Initiatives since 2013. Jackson is currently the only Black person on Apple's executive team. Jade Magnus Ogunaki of Color of Change, a civil rights advocacy group, says companies can do more.
What we see a lot with these tech companies and other corporations is that they will hire a Black person or a brown person, right? And say, okay, be quiet now. We have a Black person in leadership, but what we really need are Black people and other people who are trained in civil rights infrastructure.
Google CEO Sundar Pichai announced $12 million in funding to racial justice organizations, saying, quote, "Our Black community is hurting, and many of us are searching for ways to stand up for what we believe." In August, Google also joined a group of major U.S. companies vowing to hire 100,000 people from low-income Black, Latino, and Asian communities by 2030, according to a press statement from the New York Jobs CEO Council. Google's current diversity numbers are well below representation in the U.S. population for Black and Latino people. According to the company's 2020 diversity report, the share of Black people in leadership remains at 2.6% from 2019. Pichai has said that by 2025, the company aims to have 30% more of its leaders be from underrepresented groups. Globally, 73% of its leadership are men. In June, Amazon announced a pledge of $10 million that would go to 10 organizations, including the ACLU Foundation, Black Lives Matter, and the NAACP. Amazon boasts the highest share of Black people in the overall workforce at 26.5%, but among managers in the U.S., the number drops to 8.3%. Natasha Lamb, a managing partner at ethical investment firm Arjuna Capital, says higher levels of diversity in decision-making positions is crucial for change.
We have to take a close look at corporate America, where there are, many people that are in those low-paying jobs that don't have the economic security that they need and that aren't able to be in decision-making roles and contribute to better decision-making and get us past this paradigm of homogenous decision-making.